Hello, alright, we are live. Excellent. Welcome, 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 friends, Roman, country peeps. Lend me your viewership. Welcome to the SciFiAIguy Twitch stream, Monday night Twitch stream, in which I continue to play the Talos Principle at the moment. We're about 11 or 12 episodes in. Maybe this is the 13th episode, actually. Criminy. No, I think next week's the 13th. This is the 12th episode. Yeah, it's been a riotous time. We are currently kicking puzzles down in the last area, I think, or the last area of the A, B, and C region, and then we've got the tower, whatever secrets that will hold. Oh, we have a Natalie Rose. Welcome back. Excellent. So good to see you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. How best to sum up the content? It's largely just been puzzles. Most of the content has just been me solving puzzles. I think we've pretty firmly established that this world is a strange simulation run by an AI called Elohim. I don't think Elohim was explicitly designed to run the simulation. I'm not actually sure anymore, but I think the robots, so robots like me and other robots who have been through the same trials solving the same puzzles, they were created by they're the product of the Talos project or something, and I think they're actually based on human cognition. I think the game is implying that I'm meant to think that I'm a human, not just a robot. So yeah, we don't have firm answers on that yet. There's been a lot of weird conversations with weird chatbot-like entities that have muddied the water intentionally, sometimes, to the level of playing devil's advocate, which, sucks ass. But hey, it's all good. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time. Woo! It is good to see you back. Oh, you had ads happening. Trousers. So you probably missed most of that rant. Well, that's fine. I'm sure you'll catch up fine. The game is, it's pretty blatant, and I tend to recap a lot and repeat myself because that's just how I do. That's how things are. I'm going to sip my ginger cordial. We'll just wait a couple more minutes. Oh, we have Place of Old. Welcome back. Nice tidy little crew tonight. Ooh, should be good. I don't know how many more weeks is left in this game. I am kind of hoping to knock it off, this month, say. Like, if we can smash this out by the end of September, that would be fantastic. I've got a game lined up, I think, for the next game to play that has both AI and sci-fi themes, but I don't know how long it's going to be. So this game has been particularly hearty because it's just got a lot of puzzle content. SOMA was particularly hearty because it had a lot of cowering and pissing myself content, whereas the other game I'm thinking of playing, the third one, Thomas Was Alone, I believe is the name. I think it's a platformer of some sort. I was just going to play it on the plane on the way to Europe, and then I discovered, quite by accident, that it's about AI, and I was like, shit, can't play this, not yet. Have to play it on the stream. So that's hopefully the next one, just because the Turing test, the game that I would really, really like to play, which I have seen a playthrough of, so I know the content is good, and would therefore be good for the stream, that particular game isn't out in Australia on PlayStation, which makes me mad, as you can tell by the tone of my voice. Alright, gonna take another sip. I was complicit in smashing a bag of salt and vinegar chips about half an hour ago, so my mouth is ruined. My palate's all shredded. I'm just trying to soften things, just trying to calm things down, so I can talk smoothly, cleanly. All right, let's do it. Woo! All right. So last session was a few puzzles. I've got fond memories of this game just for puzzles alone. The way people rave about it. Oh, and we had a new viewer. I cannot remember their name. Can't remember their screen name. But they raised some interesting points, which was good. It was kind of interesting to have somebody come in and raise points and perspectives that are popular. The kind of things that I accepted a few years ago without question, because I hadn't done additional research or reading and come to the perspective that I have now. I wasn't there yet. And I'm not saying the perspective I have now is absolute and correct. I'm just saying I'm here, whereas before I was elsewhere. And so having somebody else come in and make the case for elsewhere, the previous previous brain times, I was like, I disagree, and I tried to be cool about it. But yeah, I absolutely disagreed with them, and that was interesting. It was an interesting process to go through. It was a good way to recap some of my thoughts as well. Ooh, okay. Wow. So we're in medieval style still. Oh, I like this. Is there anything on them? No. Okay. Just plain old gravestones. The problem for me, air quotes problem, is that now that I've gone to the Jewish town Josephov in Prague and seen the Jewish cemetery there, next to the Pinker Synagogue and the Clausen Synagogue, all other cemeteries are ruined because that was such an experience. I haven't been moved by cemeteries in a long time. Going past them on the bus or on the train has kind of reduced them to just being part of the landscape, and I've walked through a couple, very rare, well, a few times for, the obvious reason, attending a funeral, but sometimes just because it was a point between A or B, or I was drunk. And so they've kind of become a bit hokey, I guess? A bit sort of, they've lost a lot of the significance that they are intended to have, I feel. But yeah, I've had that revived because of the Jewish cemetery in Prague. It was insane. I definitely recommend. I mean, I posted tons of pictures to Facebook, but I recommend other people looking up pictures on their own time because hot damn, so good. Well, so yeah, it's just powerful images. The amount of gravestones in there is actually ridiculous. All right, let's get these out of the way. Question: suppose everything here serves a precise role in some grand scheme. How would we explain that? Sheep version 69. Nice. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff the humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. Nietzsche version 91. So I think Nietzsche here is someone has written a sort of phonetic version of the philosopher Nietzsche as their screen name, which is really clever and cool. But I like this assessment of what's been going on because it's easy to think of all the stuff in the library, for instance, or the digital archive files that I look at from place to place, as being a time capsule of an older time. The idea that it's a warning is curious. Kind of like that. So what happened to them? Sheep version 69. Same thing that happens to everyone. They existed and then they didn't, and they probably wouldn't do it all over again. Nietzsche version 91. Yeah, that's Nietzsche shit. All right, well let's do our beep boops. Let's do our due diligence. Read beep boops. At least I think that's what the Nietzsche name was intended to be. Alright. Bam. So we have family and last days. Okay, so yeah, some of these emails about the end of the world. So I don't know if you're up to date with this particular part of the plot, Nat, but this is super far in the future. As far as we know, it seems to be super far in the future. The human race is extinct, and their extinction, they knew it was coming. So it was some sort of virus, I think. People started to exhibit symptoms and then started to die, and I guess it was predicted that it would affect the whole world and then all of humanity would die. Hence this project where they've created, a digital time capsule that I am now inside, it would seem. But it means that we've been reading a lot of archived emails and blog posts and whatever about people who know they're going to die and who know that civilization is coming to an end. And it's been pretty great. For those of you who have faithfully followed this blog for the last 5 years, I just wanted to give you one final update. I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family. Yeah, I know. There are probably 50 plus posts about all the problems I've had with them. But in the end, they are my family. They are the people I grew up with, the people I care about, the people I love. Sure, they annoy the hell out of me. They've said awful things to me, and I've said awful things to them. But that doesn't change who we are. In fact, if we didn't care about each other, this stuff wouldn't upset us. Do I still think they were wrong? Yeah, absolutely. Would I behave differently if I thought we all still had a lot of time? Definitely. But we don't. So I'd rather spend a couple of weeks sitting on the porch with my parents and my sisters than being angry and alone. Besides, it's not like we're going to fight about my job prospects anymore. Natch. If you can, try to make peace with those you love. It's your last chance. Thanks for reading. Yeah. Hot damn. Apocalyptic... Some apocalyptic shit. Ginger cordial. Alright, last days. Email. From Alan Jameson, Institute for Applied Pneumatics. To Fran. Subject, last days. You know what the oddest thing is about all this? We're not constantly fighting, having nervous breakdowns, screaming at each other. We're actually really polite and focused, and we spend most of our time debating the nature of humanity and how we can best succeed at probably the most ambitious thing anyone's ever tried. Like it was completely normal, like that's just how people are. I feel like we've turned into Star Trek characters or something. I guess, what's the point of doing anything else? Getting angry isn't going to help, but I didn't expect to feel like this at all. And you know what? It's awesome. Many greetings and good luck. Alan. P.S. Love from George. Yeah, so Institute for Applied Pneumatics. Ian is the group who've created all this, it would seem. Yeah, very cool. I always like that sort of perspective. When people can say, okay, I'm angry, or I could be angry, but what would that anger do? What would it achieve? I'm fond of that kind of perspective, because, yeah, it's often really easy to be angry, but it's hard to accept that that anger is futile. And there's no end game to it, right? And if you can diffuse your anger with that sort of thought, then it's probably the right step. If you can't, then you're probably angry about something worthwhile. Or not, I don't know. I'm just sort of freewheeling here. Because it's Monday night. This is all very cool. Really nice. It's funny, if I'd hit this stage before going to Europe, I would have been like, oh, it's European, it's going to make me feel cool things about Europe. And now that I'm here, I'm like, this is a simulacrum of Europe. I don't feel that it is, you know, it's not European in the way that I saw Europe. But, let's be fair, I didn't view any parts that are, you know, evocative of the British Isles, or what have you. Which this, I think it's going for, I would guess. I would hazard a guess. Okay, so, multiple buttons. So, in there. Now that's the recording machine that I'm aware of. This is interesting. I don't know what I'm meant to be able to do in here at all. It doesn't seem interactive. What are the pieces? It's box, play, and I haven't used this yet. The lifty thingy. I don't know what that means. I only just unlocked that. Well, I unlocked it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't use anything a couple of sessions ago. Anyway, yeah, I haven't used it yet. Crafty Devious. These deaths all seem so peaceful, not accompanied by physical mental degeneration, not painful. I wonder if the odd calm of people's reactions is a symptom itself. Everyone is so chill about it, seeming dissociated from any sense/threat of physical suffering. That's a very good point. My question is, are there posts and emails that have all the suffering and have all the anger, but they just haven't been added to the time capsule, right? Like, someone curated this archive. What if they only wanted the poignant stuff? What if they only wanted the stuff they agreed with? If there's any curation at all, then that's going to happen. You're going to end up with with someone's subjective view of what counts, what should be preserved for posterity. Which is ridiculous, because all humans will be dead. Your perspective doesn't matter any more than anybody else's, surely. Okay. So, without knowing what that mechanic is, it's possible I was meant to hit up another puzzle first and get tutorialized. I might actually go to another puzzle first, because I don't know where around here I can go, such that City Council... Okay. So seek counsel is ask for help elsewhere. Interweb help. If that's what that means, that's cool, but fucking useless to me. Alright, I'm actually going to try another puzzle first. I'm going to sprint. Alright, actually, is this going to teach me? This is, maybe. Alright. The short wall. So, this is the R1 take platform. Platform can be used to have something carried on it. Excuse you? So, what I've unlocked is just a plank. This is the new sci-fi mechanic, and it's a square with a transparent base. But like, this could have been a bit of wood. That's it's a bit silly. And I like it, and I'll use it. And I'm sure it's cool, but geez, guys, what the hell? What does it matter that I scribble my contempt on these walls if I'm still surrounded by them? Dog version 55. Ooh, edgy. Edgy prisoner thoughts for prisoners. Okay, so more discussion. Crafty Devious, curation versus censorship on the previous point. Place of old, but they've allowed the critical and sometimes harsh views of the programs to remain in the QR code. Crafty Devious feels like the QR codes have been added later. I would agree with that. And the other stuff may have been selected by the Ian team pre-apocalypse. That's the impression I've got, yeah. Why would they allow that to exist, or are you assuming that they are long gone after these programs have started after humanity? Yeah, I think my impression of all these QR notes and of the way I've responded, or the ways in which I have been allowed to respond to the chatbot nonsense, is that all of us bot personalities are post-human. Post-humanity's death. And also, yeah, post-human, because we're not human. I won't get into definitions of that nonsense. Crafty has asked a great question about... Oh, no, show crosshair. Let's see the Roboid carrying this sainted platform. I look like the world's dumbest waiter. A dumb waiter, if thou wilt. Alright, so... Oh, God. Guys, I've figured it out. Check this out. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this because I... No, I'll try it first person first. I want to learn this mechanic first person. But I think I've already solved this problem, and it's pretty cool. This is actually a great tutorial for this. Alright. So. Oh, okay. Yep, that's fine. I can't do both at the same time. That's okay. Alright, so here. Take platform. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. And stand and wait. Alright, so 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, gonna move over here. 2, 3, yep. And then going to come around here to the other side. Gonna leave a full 5 seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then turn around, head over here, and let's just bop here. That seems cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Let's drop this. Let's do it. All right. Sprint this away. Come here. All right. L1 jump here. Hello, me. Man, I'm glitchy. Glitchy as hell. Thank God for this clear feet mechanic. Like, I don't have to navigate the platforms. It's pre-coded that I get to just go bop, and I'm there. Yep, awesome. That is really good, because it means that this particular part of the game isn't about reflexes. Several parts have been about reflexes, which does frustrate me. But, you know, you can't win them all, it would seem. Woo! Yeah! Alright, sweet. Fucking weak. Alright. So with that in mind, where were you? Where was this other door? This other puzzle that I didn't get? So it's got 3 mechanics. It's called Rapunzel. Did I miss something up here? I did. Okay. I completely whiffed on this. Alright. This was actually completely solvable. Alright. I mean, it was always going to be. Well, I hope. One can only hope. Alright, bam. A stately tetrahedron. Or hexahedron, my apologies. Cool, alright. So I don't ever need to go back there ever again. So the puzzle is, how do I get this platform? So I would pick up the platform, I would walk... No, that can't be right. This is here for a reason, though. That's got to be part of it, that I can escape here, which means I'm no longer using the box there. Okay, so grab that. I come over this way to bring a box to here. And then I try and then I bring it up there. Let's try it. Let's try it. Alright, recording. Grab platform. Oh, I need to go here so that I can get the box on here, right? So I stand here. Alright, I'm going to leave this for a bit so that I've got time to get the box and then put the box on top. La 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 la. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so on the note of things to do with curation, people making choices that are just, you know, it's to do with technical constraints, or it's to do with budget constraints, or there are various constraints that could influence people's decisions for really big, really powerful stuff. So when there was talk of, and there's still talk of, a Mars mission, right? So I think Elon Musk is still championing the SpaceX company. His SpaceX company, you know, wants to colonize Mars and all of that. And okay, sure, send people to Mars, that's fine. But we were talking about this a few years back, which shows how old this news is. And one thing that came up, to my mind, was the really easy way that this could become eugenics, in the sense of if you just exclude certain people, certain ethnicities, or certain anything, right? If you don't have a really good sample size and you send these people to Mars, and the Earth goes to shit, the people living on Mars are the only remaining humans. And if you had that in mind, or even if you didn't have that in mind, right? You don't have to have that in mind for that to have impact. And that could just be, you can only fit 5 people on the shuttle. But how in 5 people can you represent all of humanity? And also, would they even try to? Yeah, I'm super, well, not excited, but this sort of talk is fascinating to me. Alright, let's play with boxes. Alright. Come on, me. Hurry it up. Oh. I'm here? That doesn't help me. No? Okay, I wanna... I got hex... No, I don't! Ah! I'm gonna move. Ah! It would have worked too. Actually, do I even need to do that? Because if I do this, and I pop... Can I... Ah! Son of a bitch. Alright. Whilst you... Alright. So this needs to be here. Turn off. Bah! Go away. Alright. Yeah, these days, inclusion and exclusion are things that I think about way more than I used to. And I don't think that's it's to my credit now, but I feel bad for not having, you know, thought about the world in this way earlier. It's just one of those unfortunate things. So is this going to be close enough? This is where third person would be good, actually. I'm going to leave it a little bit more, then move back a little bit. Because there was room to drop it, I shouldn't have been flush, I think. Just the way that yeah, the way that lines up with the huge polygon that I've, you know, sort of project in front of me, a potential surface. Okay. Alright, and then I walk it over here, and then somehow, I guess I'm going to climb the ladder and then reach down and grab the box. I don't think that's possible, so I do wonder if this is the solution. There's a good bloody chance that it isn't, but I'm not sure what else would be. Okay, a little bit more time. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the issue of exclusion, or erasure, you know, things like that, of parts not being, of people not being represented. You know, that upsets me. It upsets me when people don't get proper representation. And I'm learning now about, you know, my Worldcon presentation was about people with non-normative emotional ranges being portrayed very, very poorly. And it's not an unknown thing. I did not discover this. Can I get that box? I can't grab it. I can't grab it, can I? Son of a... Yeah, I can take it, but I can't... Okay, alright. So... Alright. Here's what I think it probably is. I think I'm going to need both boxes. So... Yeah, 2 boxes deep. Alright, so... Nope, wait, that's the wrong one. This one first. And this one, and then... Oh, damn. Take this one. Then go stand over here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I stand here. I get boxed upon. And then I jump up here with my box. And the other version of me climbs up there, grabs the box, solves the puzzle. Alright, or solves part of it. Solves part of the puzzle. Jesus Christ. Lovely music as well. Really exceptional music. I've been listening a lot to the soundtrack for Hollow Knight because it's just so sweet and so calming, but also so exciting. It's just, yeah, really is the whole package. Alright. I think I was actually meant to take the, oh no, I couldn't have. No, I could have taken that box. There's still time. There's still time. Yep, let's take this box. Let's take this box. Yep. Have you already... No, you haven't yet? Okay, cool. Yep. No! Shit. Can I replace? Yes. Yes, I can. Awesome. Alright, sweet. Get up there. Push the wrong damn button. Oh, I would have had time anyway. R1, take hexahedron. I will! Awesome. Alright, so... What's going to be the... Yeah, because I need another one, right? Oh, no, this is just the normal thing. Yeah, I can just do this normal. That's fine. And that's got to be enough. Come on. Boom! Good work, Ghost. And out. Oh, smashing. Alright. This away. No hex. Code things. Cool. A ditch and a fence. Lovely. Lovely. Ooh. A little bit of a twinge there with the hand. A little bit of hand pain. We might have a shorter stream because of that. And I do have a, it's not as intensive a day tomorrow, at least. I'm technically getting a sort of rest, in that I have a medical appointment that will take forever to get to and forever to get back from. So that's good research time. I can listen to LA Confidential, which, you know, I'm listening to for research purposes, believe it or not. I'm sure you do believe it. Yeah, not a big computer usage day tomorrow, so if my hands are a bit wrecked, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay. What's happening here? There's a ditch for a very specific reason. There's a barrier here, of all places. Oh, that's because there's a... Okay. Yeah, there's the ditch and there's the fence. So there's the puzzle, I guess. Crap, it's been a while since I used the replay powers. So if I... Wow. Okay. Okay. So if I... What I need to do is get the... Angle this over somehow. And I am not seeing the requisite height. Oh, this is just the hop down to exit. I'll pick up the piece and then I'll leave this way, I presume. That makes the most sense. If I... I don't get why there's a ditch. The ditch is the part that throws me. I don't know if it's a red herring or not. So my plan is, replicate myself standing here. Oh, hang on, how's that going to work? Oh, I know where there's a ditch, so I can get the box onto the... Yeah, okay. So, box needs to go like here, say. Let's put it like here. Is that going to be high enough? Yeah, I think I need to be back, actually. Alright, so presuming that the box is going to be back here, the intention is to get a copy of myself holding... This is several layers worth of... alright. I sure hope this is exciting to watch. It's exciting to play, but, yeah, all these puzzles, I don't know if it makes for good television. I genuinely think, this is a weird thing, this is so weird, but I think it will be more acceptable for me to not say as much, or at least just play, if there's a camera on my face. And I don't think it's vanity. This is the feeling I get from watching people stream. I'm okay watching my favourite streamers play games, even if they're only making intermediate noises or talking, you know, off and on about stuff. There's something about the presence of the person's face, and thus the presence of the person, that makes it more okay, in my mind as a viewer. And so as a streamer I want to do that. And that's to alleviate my own guilt as regards, you know, these spaces where I'm not talking as much. But with that guilt alleviated, I will have a better streaming experience and will thus, presumably, provide a better experience. That's the hope. That's the hope. Alright, so I'm going to record myself lifting up that, running down into the ditch, waiting a bit so the box can be put on, then running over here, jumping on top of the box, before all of that happens, this needs to be queued into that. Wait, is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, what am I doing? So record myself running into there. Actually, here's the question. Can I pick up? No. Okay. Alright, so that changes that. I don't get a package deal. And if I pick this up, I have to reconnect it. Okay, okay. Yep. Alright, so... it's not a package deal. It has to be done one after the other. So... record self... Run into there. No, it still works. It still works. It's just more work at the bottom of the ditch. Alright, I think I get it. Alright, I'm just going to have to wait a long time at the bottom of that ditch. And then jump up on top of the box and hope that it works. Alright. Okay, it's 8 seconds past. Let's give it, maybe 20 seconds past? Maybe 30? Well, there's 10. Literally just watching seconds tick by. Crafty Devious saying they like the ghost puzzles. Yeah, they're a really cool mechanic. It does add just an extra element. I like temporal stuff like this. I really liked Braid. Braid didn't have this specific mechanic, but that was a fucking brainbuster. I loved that game. Oh, I wish it was to do with AI, so then I had an excuse to play it. Alright, so then I jump up here, presumably, and solve the puzzle. I'm going to give myself a good measure of time up here, because time will be, you know, irrelevant. Because I will solve the puzzle and I'll be leaving. I'll be hopping around in the courtyard. Beyond. Alright, let's presume that's enough. Okay, so, just to recap. Grab that, put that on there, set that, put that on there, and then wait. Alright. Cool. Let's do it. Alright. Nope, wrong button. This is why we do... Yep, so R1. Okay, so you, there, you're going up there. Alright. Now we wait. And now Ghost Me does all the work. This is fantastic. Man, I drink fast when I'm talking. For a couple reasons. I think if I'm talking a lot, it means I'm talking a lot with people. When I'm talking a lot with people and I have a beverage, my instinct is to drink it quite quickly because I'm used to that beverage being alcoholic. And also, talking a lot, particularly these days, screws up my throat somewhat. Boom! Oh!
Your wisdom grows, but be wary of temptation.
Excuse me? I love to be tempted. Being tempted's the best! I want the star! Give it to me! I want to go to there. I don't even know how that would happen. Yeah, I don't have access to that yet. No clue what's going on there. That's right. Yeah, through there somehow. Some sort of... I don't know. I have no clue. That's fine. Well, I smashed it. Let's go this way. Wait, hang on. No, that has been... Yep. The last remaining puzzle. Yeah, these, of course, this is a big set piece, but I can't get in, clearly. Yeah, I like this church. It feels very modest. And, it's a modern church, because it's got the little CCTV warning sticker. That's cool. So even though this is a ruin, you know, it's intended to feel antiquated, that on the door says modern church. That's wild. Elohim is inconsistent. I don't trust him. Yes man 99. Okay. Is that because of the same cue that I just saw? Because that's cool. Yeah, I don't trust Elohim either, but a lot of that is because the narrative hasn't set me up to see him as the as beneficent as he claims, or at the very least, not as on the level, right? He seems sort of strained. Okay. Alright, alright. People having fun, people having fun with emojis, that's cool, that's cool. Oh! It's not a bomb, but a blocker individual. Alright, I was not paying nearly enough attention to the start of this area. Alright, let's try and, okay. So I'm going to be threading the red through into here. Somehow. This is impeded by these. Okay, so this will require some nonsense. If this was a game that wasn't a narrative experience, but was just these puzzles, and there was like 1 or 2 puzzles a week, I would play those puzzles. I would absolutely get on that content. That would be really cool. There probably are things like that. The sad thing is it took the plot to make me get involved in this, because there are, you know, probably puzzle games on my phone that I could use and don't, because I have other things to do. Other things to think and feel. Etc. Okay, so there's another one. Yeah, they were right in calling this a cemetery. What they didn't say was that it was a piece of shit. As far as cemeteries go. Huge pain in the ass. Alright, so ideally, don't be mean. Now you're going to be bad about that, and that's fine, but don't be. Okay, cool, thank you. Trousers. Ah, okay. Presumably this gets me another thing, because this has been too... Really? That was it? What? What the fuck is this then? Why am I trying to get into there? Did I do it on hard mode accidentally? Did I crack? I get another box? Why do you need that? Oh, that's so great. Yeah, fucking ruined this puzzle. Boom. Hopefully there's no QR codes in there. On the off chance there are, I might try and solve this traditionally, just to say, you know, for dickheads. Yeah, that's a problem, because we've got this one. So, presumably there. Is it a run through in time puzzle? No, never even reaches it. Here, like that's... Oh, duh. Yeah. And then there is good. Hey. No secrets, no cool things. Just a box I didn't need. Awesome. Yeah, that was way easy. Alright. No beep boops, all puzzles solved, don't know how to get the star, don't much care, and out. Bam! Okay. Oakley dokley. Number 3. Yeah, we might finish this game this month. Awesome. Whew. Ooh.
Before the age of chaos, there were other gods.
Hello.
Old gods.
Yep.
But for all their power, they could not save their world. Thus, I was made. And I shall preserve this world forever, for you and your generations. That is my purpose.
Okay, so statements like this, if they are taken in good faith, if they are taken as being statements that the character believes, Elohim is comparing himself to the gods that are believed in this world now that we live in. He's comparing himself to, you know, God of Abraham, and he's actually saying there were other gods, they couldn't fucking do it. Well, guess what? I am God now, I run this place, and I will run it forever, and I run it for you. That is kind of cool. It's not the first time we've touched on this topic, but, you know, that idea that an AI, you know, could be given a perspective and then could just run with that perspective, and then what is that going to mean, you know? If they, particularly if they have a lot of power or a lot of intellect that could grant them a lot of power, or they're just in a position of power like this one. Yeah. The implications of that are really fun and interesting to explore. Oh, wow. Wow. Nice. I mean, really blocky. Believably blocky, I guess, in the sense that, you know, there are probably a lot of places that were built that were just blocky as shit. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Could have just been missed, but no, they actually, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of skybox stuff as well, but like this, yeah, this is pretty nice. Yeah, that looks oddly sparse, but again, you know, what do I know? I don't know what kind of research they did for this, I don't know. Hello, you are clearly star-related. Most I'm sure so. Anyway, let's get our dose of beep boops. Alright, so we have 3 locally cached resources, post 437 HTML, third thesis.txt, and humblebrag. Nice. Nice. Alright, post 437. Let's do it. Like everyone else on the internet these last days, I just wanted to say bye and thanks for reading my little blog for so many years. It's been fun, hasn't it? So many deep conversations, so much philosophy. Okay, it was mostly cat pictures and bad puns, but still, I kinda regret spending so much time at the computer. Not when I was doing stuff, just all the sitting around, checking my emails a million times, reading pointless status updates by people I didn't like. But I don't regret the friends I made here or the laughs we had. You're all good people and I'm glad I got to know you. Have a nice end of the world. 12 comments. So that's, almost certainly, you know, a Facebook post, or in the genre of Facebook post. And a very believable one. Once again, as Crafty noted before, it's in that positive vein. Third thesis. Idea for a universal history of the cosmopolitan purpose. It remains strange that the earlier generations seem to perform their toilsome labour only for the sake of the later ones, to construct for them a step from which they can raise higher the edifice that nature intended, and only the latest of all generations have the luck to inhabit the edifice that a long line of their ancestors unintentionally constructed, blah blah blah. Immanuel Kant. As puzzling as this may be, it is equally necessary if one assumes the following: a species of animal possesses reason and must develop this capacity to its perfection, being individually mortal but immortal in the species. So yeah, the lower paragraph, the immortality of reason, this idea that you can, that there is a mindset that you can harvest and create and hone and pass down from generation to generation. I would agree with that. That seems fine. This previous paragraph, something about the way the start of it is constructed sets my teeth on edge a bit, and I think it's because it's that presumption that prior civilizations were building for later civilizations or for later generations. And while people do build for the future and do build for their children, I mean, I'm saying this as a man who has no children, so that's an aspect of my personality that has not been breached, shall we say, that has yet to unfold and change the rest of me, and perhaps change the way that I, build the world. But I mean, I can think of plenty of people and plenty of things that we have done that have had nothing to do with future generations and have had everything to do with pleasing ourselves right now. And I don't think that's necessarily new. I think creating new ways to do things and then passing that on, or just telling people around you, or just making it obvious how it was done, that's not even necessarily crafting a world for better generations. You could just be crafting a better world and then not hiding how you did it. I wonder to what extent earlier generations were just getting by and just living their lives. There are going to be scientists and governments and individuals who look forward and who pitch forward, but most people aren't that. But do most people then have that impact, right? Have the same impact as scientists and governments who do pitch forward? It's curious. And looking at your own generation as the special one that sits atop everyone else, well, surely each generation weren't they special in their time as well? Like, you're only as special until there's another generation, which, barring the apocalypse, here in the game or in our world, when the nukes hit. Yeah, you're only as special as you are for the time you are the generation, the civilization. So it's just slightly odd phrasing, and I don't know if it's been curtailed. Like, I don't know if this is a snippet. Anyway. Another little sip. Sip of that ginger. Crafty devious philosophers, what can you do? Yeah, amen. Humblebrag.html. Ariana's blog, entry 477. Holy humblebrag, Batman. I've always known that God maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Okay. I know that it rains on the just and the unjust alike. That's a quote from somewhere, presumably bastardizing this. But I must admit, it's one thing to know the words, and another to truly understand them. Though I am certain that my faith is true, that does not make me special or exempt from suffering. I'm just another human being, and God has seen billions of us come and go. And I have to say, this is surprisingly hard to accept. I always thought I was humble, but now I'm realizing that I was very proud of being humble, which is really dumb. Guess I'm not the first one to do that, huh? Tags. Hashtag regret, pride, faith, humblebrag, apology, Batman. Humility is a weird one. Being humble is a weird one. Because it's lauded. Because it is a lauded feature, and I don't disagree with it being lauded, because I think there's a lot to be said for it. It is something that it's possible to feel proud of. I'm one of those people who don't believe in the crystallized perfect idea of altruism. I think people act for themselves, absolutely, but I don't see any problem with altruism as it is, which is to say people acting for themselves by helping others and thus feeling good about themselves. I don't think it's bad to feel good about being humble, but I also don't believe in God, and this is predicated on there being a scorecard at the end of one's life where they look at humility, being humble, and then they look at the subheading and go, well, how proud were they of that? And if you're proud of it, you don't get to be humble anymore. I think people should feel good about the times that they've been humble. I don't think that should override the humility. I don't think you should necessarily crow about it, but yeah, I don't think there's a reason to feel bad about that kind of stuff. It's kind of shitty. Alright, exit. Beep boop's complete. Yeah, getting snippets. Getting snippets. I mean, there's always... Ooh, speaking of snippets.
Sometimes I worry that the answers I embrace are too simple. Can we ever truly, fully understand the divide between our biology and our intellect? How much is nature? How much is nurture? If my intellectual capabilities and my knowledge were replicated in a machine, would that machine be me? Would it be human? And what would be more humbling to my ego? If the answer was yes, or if the answer was no? What if I'm making too many assumptions? But there's no time to worry about my ego now. There's work to be done.
I like that because it asks questions without answering them, and also raises the point of what if they're making too many assumptions. I was talking with a colleague today, after a meeting, catching up for coffee. Good times. And I can't remember specifically what she was talking about. No, that's right. She was talking about the movie Eva, which is a Spanish film? Maybe? At any rate, it's a film about AI that I have seen and was quite good. And she was asking questions about it, like asking about the sort of the questions that the film asked, the core conceit. And I don't remember her specific question, but my response to that question was not the answer to the question. My response was, have you framed the question correctly? Because the assumptions that the question was based on, I think, were faulty. And we couldn't go into too much more detail because it would have entailed spoilers for the other person we were catching up with. But I think that's an important step in intellectual rigor, and I'm trying to do it as much as I possibly can. And I'm almost certainly failing in some respects because there's always going to be blind spots, but I'm trying my darndest to question the assumptions that frame the question you are asking, because it's too easy, I think, to get caught up in a question that you can't answer and it's so tough and you beat your head against it. But it's not because the answer is impossible, or the answer might be impossible for the question you framed. It's that the question is impossible. It's that you have framed something that is inaccurate, and therefore any answers are going to be inaccurate. And I don't doubt that there is a lot of science that does this, in the sense of there being discoveries from time to time that upheave things. Science should always be ready to, to question. And there's a lot of stuff that's been proven well enough that we've based a pretty big part of our civilization on it, so that's cool. It's about replicability, right? It's about predictability. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy thinking about. Good God. And this is another gate to another part, even. Okay, trying to loop around and get into there. Alright. What was it called? There's often a clue in that. Jammer Quarantine. Ah, lovely. Alright. Alright, so I need that box. Get into that box. Crafty Devious raising a very good point. Humble as a mindset or as a series of actions. Yeah, if someone pretends to be humble, but in pretending to be humble has the same effect on the world, there you are. That's how this puzzle's done. Yeah, if someone acts humble, and thus creates good in the world through that, are they better or worse than someone who is actually humble? More importantly, does it matter? Just to ask that question again, ask the question of the question. Is it about right and wrong? What is it about? Is it about making a better world? I mean, it's all, yeah. Yeah. No, that's collect all the resources I can from the jammer. And presumably this is, so that would turn on the fan. So I have manual control over whether that fan is on. It gets powered, but whether it's active. So that's relevant, I guess? I don't think I know enough about this puzzle. I definitely do not know enough about this puzzle. Alright, can I angle that? Is that an angle I can reach? Yes. Okay, and we've reached the point where... Yeah, alright. Yeah, because I can... Okay. So... I only got one box there, right? Hang on. Alright, so... Put this down here. You... Yeah, and let me just test that this is correct. Yeah. That powers that. Yeah, I can't take that out. Okay. So, yeah. So the jammer doesn't have to be there. Jammer can be on that, which means put this here, and this power grabs that, connects to that. Hang on. Thar. What do you reckon? What are the chances? Hey! Did it. Figured it out. Figured everything out. That is really cool. Oh. A better spot, right? Yeah, that's a great one, particularly because of the visuals. Like, that just looks really cool. Yeah, it's all about that elevation. Yes! Set a hip hop. Oh, place of old. Sorry I'm so quiet. I'm making maths tests for tomorrow. No, that's okay. Yeah, Crafty's exhausted. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, we're mostly doing puzzles at the moment. I'm doing a lot of pondering, but knowing you guys, this is the sort of pondering that, for the most part, I expect you guys agree with at the very least. So, you know, I'm not saying anything I think contentious or weird, given our relatively shared mindset. I would assume. I mean, I'm assuming here, but yeah. Yeah, if you're just hanging out, that's fine. It seems my refusal to argue semantics with the computer has angered it, Natch, and it refuses to engage with me further. Elohim is pleased, which was not my intention. Sheet version 69. Yeah, the fucking semantics with that computer drove me nuts. It seemed to be built to disagree with me, and also my answers were not the answers I would say in a discussion I care about. Yeah, huge problems with that. Elohim is pleased because you've swallowed his claptrap. The voice of doubt is your only line of defense. Dog 55. So dog champions, you know, doubt everything. Question everything, sort of. Which, I was just saying is cool. But pushing doubt as a constant without trying to find, without perhaps, you know, aiming for certainty necessarily. Like, doubt for doubt's sake, I'm not advocating. So I'm glad that was stated by Dog, because that's not my intention to be, yeah. Can I fall through that? I cannot. Alright. Cool. I can! Woo! We're all learning today. Right. I honestly, yeah. I figured I probably could, and then I couldn't, and then I did. It was awesome. Alright. Big stairs, little stairs. Let's do it. Fan, but no fan bits. A crafty devious, you know, would shout you down if we had feelings. Oh, yes, yeah. And I would want you to. Like, if you have a you know, an opinion that runs counter to mine on any of these philosophical points, please let me know. Absolutely let me know. More than happy to. You know, I'm not saying them because I'm not preaching or teaching here, you know. It's certainly not my intention. With these big puzzles, it takes me a bit, you know? It does, I will admit that it takes me a bit to grok what the first step is, right? Like, 'cause a lot of the time I'm at least given a tool. I'm given a, you know, a refractor or whatever, or a brick, and I'm like, okay, well, where can I put this? Where's the switch? Where's the power source? This is a big one, which I like. Sometimes these big ones are... Can I mantle? No, sometimes these big ones are big because of restraints regarding what you need to be able to see and not see, or reach and not reach, instead of, you know, actually being part of the puzzle. This just feels like a big puzzle. Like, it feels like it's all puzzle, at least. Bloody hell, like, at what point do I... This is wild. I just have no clue what I'm meant to do. I mean, with a fair few of these puzzles, once I figure out the so-called opening move, like, once I figure out the in, I'm normally okay. That connects to that, so it's leaping by a series of positions. What am I missing? Also, I think I hear rain. Good spring, everybody. It's a good spring so far. We're doing a good job of it. Being very, very spring-like in nature. I've got the sniffles, so that's apropos. What were the tools again? Oh. Okay. If there was a playback machine hidden in here, that would be sweet. But no. Men all. Trousers. Trouser pants. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm missing something obvious. I know I am. Big steps, little steps, right? Yeah, this dipshit just refuses to climb anything. Huh! Okay, as it was. Christ. Oh. No, hang on. Oh, no, okay. Yep. I got it. Got there in the end. It's good. I'll give it that. Okay. So that's not the... It's not the one we want yet. Correct. Yes. Yeah. It's another thing about playing a lot of these puzzles weeks apart is forgetting the intricacies of some of the... okay. Well, okay, never mind that. I can actually get resources now, right? This gets me bricks, if I recall. Yes, alright. Now we're cooking with steam. Alright. Yes, no. No. Right. Let's think about this. Can't get high enough there off my own back. That's fine. That's fine. Where are you? Come here. Come here, fan. Let's do this. Hey, gotcha. Alright. The red point is there. High enough on that middle point? Maybe. Maybe. This is all done. No, this is useful anymore. Work, is it? Point that there. Yeah, okay. Well, it's through here. More steps. Get another brick. A lot of juggling. It's one of those juggle things, puzzles. Oh, you're kidding me. Son of a bitch. Alright. Oh, there's another brick, isn't there? There's another brick. Although that... Oh, there's several bricks. Okay. Alright, cool. Cool. So you guys are going to be necessary for this nonsense, I suspect. You know what? Okay. So... Come here. You. Over there. There you are. Ho! That's right, I'm getting the brick. No! You fucker. Alright, this is meant to be over there. Yeah. That's fine. So I need a fan. Need you. Yep. That is also not the right. Okay, so it's blue first. It's definitely just blue first. Let's use a fan first. Let's presume we need the bricks and use a fan first. Fan first done. Is there a thing in here? Ah, there's another brick. Okay, cool. Cool. There's another brick. Alright. Maybe it's just meant to be 2 bricks. Maybe that's the answer. It's red here. Crafty Devious pointing out that the music is vaguely Christmassy. I can sort of see that. I think I can see where you're coming from. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down on that axis. You. There you are. So, this is vital. This is vital. This is similarly... not going to be able to replace it, am I? Am I wrong again? Oh, that's right. It's one brick at a time. Did I get that other brick out? Yes, have I got 3? Where did I put it? I put it somewhere. That's fine. You go bam. And then you go bam. Go bam. Oh, you're kidding me. The third one. Yeah. Am I just meant to be up there with it? Is that it? Is it as simple as that? Screwed myself there, didn't I? Do I have a clear shot? I don't have a clear shot from up here anyway. Okay. Oh, I would have tried it when I got up here, surely. Okay. 3 bricks over there, I guess? So if I... 1... all of this to get something I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing with, right? Like, okay, yeah, cool, more, What is this in aid of? I don't quite... I need to get a brick up there, wouldn't I? Ah, shit. Shit, damn. Oh, Carly wondering if the rain is going their way. Yeah, I don't know where you are in terms of the cardinal directions in relation to us. I just don't know that. This is balls. Well, I'm gonna go get this brick because this is at least easy. Because I just use these bricks, right? So stepping bricks. 1. Do I have enough? Is that it? Is that the question? It doesn't matter if I don't have enough. I've got all the other parts. I certainly have enough bricks. Can I grab? I can! Oh, don't... You... Fuck you. Do I have to restart the puzzle? I have to restart the puzzle. Oh, that's fucked. That's on me. God. Damn it. Alright. Okay. Okay. What am I doing first? That there. Coming around here, was there something around here? Is there a resource? Just buttons and bullshit this way? Alright. Okay. Yeah, so here gets me a brick over here. Yep, that's right. Motherfucker. Yeah, that was my own stupid fault. Just not moving my body correctly in the way that was correct. Let's do that for now. Like this. Don't even go back there again. That there. That there. You. Here, grab you, jump down, there, cool, what else did I have? I had several boxes. That's right, one box here gets me these boxes, gets me this box. Yep, cool. Let's put you over here. You're relevant. Relevant to this part of the puzzle that I fucked up before. Let's get you. Oh, that was foolish. That's alright. Easy fix. Get the box. Drop the box. Oh, another one. Get a box. Okay. Bring it around this away. Cool. 1, 2, 3 boxes. Lovely. And a thingo to put on the button. Alright. Now, this should work. Just to say, I just need to use the controls correctly. Whew. Alright. It goes there, there. There. I want to take. Drop. I'm going to drop. Jump. Okay. Cool. Oh, don't forget both of them. Need all your boxes. Right. I have a lot of boxes now. Okay, cool. And there's nothing behind here of note. Don't fall to your death. Okay. Good. Don't ever come back in here again. Okay, let's consolidate our resources and think about this. Whew! Hand-intensive night. My god. That's not even a euphemism. I'm just fucking all over this controller. Whew! Running a complex inventory on this puzzle. You said it, Crafty Devious. Right on the money. Okay. End goal. Red into there. Where is red? There is red. Another box that way. All I'm collecting is boxes and a single one of these. So it's... final point is huge tower of thing pointing up into there as well. Okay. That's all of it. That's the whole point. Put that there. Get this. Go like this. Go like that. Go like that. Put it on here. Wait. Put another box on there. Yep. The physics of this are crazy. I feel like... this is my assumption, this is intuition, so this is not based on any known science. My guess, my shitty, uneducated, pseudo-educated, but uneducated guess, is that a one or two boxes in here, yeah, you'd start to raise it up. But after a while, it wouldn't be enough boxes, and the push of the fan would not be enough to actually elevate this up the height of yet another box. Unless these boxes are lighter than I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know how powerful the fan is. I mean, it seems to set people at consistent height, so it's, you know, it's certainly unyielding, unwavering. Alright, so I need to... This is not necessary here. This is absolutely necessary here. So boxes, in this context, get me... grab the box. I put this box here. Okay. So now that's just on. It's just on forever. That there. Okay. Have we done it? Have we reached diminishing returns? Or will this work? Ah! What have I done? Whoa! What did that do? Why did it do that? Oh no, no! Can I grab it? Are you fucking serious? Ah! The salt. The salt content. Throw it? Can I punch it? Fucking live it now. God damn it. Oh, man. That is not cool. Alright, now it's mission fucking impossible trying to get this thing down. What do I even do? So... do I just reset it? Is that it? I think I just reset it. God! Damn it! Oh, man. Okay. Start fresh. Start fresh. Do it all again. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. You love it. You actually love it. It's fine. Am I too early on that? Yeah, I think that's preemptive. Wait, this gets me the second box. This gets me the box over. Fuck! Whew! Alright, another sip of beverage. Oh, we have Empyrean Sky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're just in time to see me get salty as fuck. Well, not true salt. I'm not actually mad. Pretty sure you've all seen me mad. This isn't true. It's not real. It's not real madness. It's simulated madness. But yeah, that sucked. Having to redo this puzzle is, it's not reflex-based, which is what's saving it at the moment. Because that would be hell. The reflex ones that I have to redo are bad. Because my reflexes are okay, but hardly amazing. You know, it's not my finest feature anymore, you know. Gone are the halcyon days of my youth. When I could play FPS, powerhouse games, awesome games, incredible games at LAN parties, and do okay. Not the best, not the worst. Okay. Good times, good times. Yeah, I don't think I could do that anymore. It was hard enough playing Bioshock. And specific... well, I mean, I had problems with Bioshock. I got through it. You know, I built a combo and I got through it. And then Bioshock Infinite, I built a combo and I got through it. I still had huge problems with the you know, the most powerful brutes, but you know, the power differential between the average grunt and those motherfuckers was so massive. I still had fun, you know, fun games, fun times. But had I been using, you know, mouse and WASD, yeah, would have had a bit of time. Okay, so we are back to the point at which I fucked everything up and stepped under the fan. Alright. I do tend to make that noise a lot, that particular song. Sequence of sounds while streaming. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Okay, so I think I do actually have the solve. I think I've actually cracked this. Am I down a fan? I used a fan to weigh down a button. Did I ever get that fan back? I did not. Okay. Cool. Alright, so I need... Nope, that's a later step. I need to set this here. And grab this. I need to set it there. Set it there. Set it there. And then set it on top. Okay. This brick here, hold this brick, okay. Now very carefully grab that. Gets me this box, which should be the final part of the puzzle. I just pop it under. We get, you know, one more go. Oh god! All right. Okay. I get this view as my reward. Look at that. Look at that. Place of old. It's fine, narrator, but everything was not fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, dear. Yep, Empyrean Sky. Glad you didn't miss the salt. Place of old isn't mad, just telling me I'm not mad, just disappointed. Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself. Disappointed in the fact that I bumbled into a fan at a crucial moment and fucked up a puzzle that I had already had to restart. Alright, don't fall to your death. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, more beat boops. Good timing. Alright, so we have about 25 minutes left. I think we can do beat boops for a bit of rest from my hands. And then we can hopefully do another puzzle. I would like to... It'd be great if we could just close out this particular leg tonight, this little area. That would actually be optimal. Just really want to get through this game this September. Not because I want the game to, not because I'm sick of the game, but because I want to get to the end. I want to see the conclusion. I want the juice. Give me that juice. All right. Hardy Party. Can't wait for the VR re-release of this game. Dear God, that would kill me. There's no way. I've only done a little bit of VR, and I'm one of those people who I think might be a little bit sensitive in terms of the motion sickness stuff. I've only done what have I done? I've done a bit of the Vive? I don't know how to pronounce it. And I tried a bit of the PS VR, and that was okay. The Vive/Vive was better. I really want to play Abduction VR. That one would be great. Okay. Big time. I've decided that for now, it doesn't matter too much if you can't justify these moral intuitions of yours. Well, fuck you. My moral intuitions, as expressed to you, are filtered through the fucking writers of this game and not through what I would actually say. So, I'm mad at a computer. But yes, this is their perspective on me. Let's take a deep breath. That's what they think. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. In fact, just in case by some outside chance you prove to be right, I'd like to sign up for the game. Okay, so this is all thought experiment malarkey. If you're in charge of the Ark, who will be the first aboard when the floods come? What does one have to do to be valued above all others? The whole purpose of this fucking chatbot is to prod and poke. It has no intention of getting true information. No intention at all. Alright. Be a good person, be alive, be a contributing person, be conscious, be. Or, I don't see how to explain this to you. This is the first time there has been a answer that expresses my frustration at there not being enough subtlety in the options, or they're just not being the options that I would pick, right? Like, if this game had been written for me and for my type of thinking, there would have been, amongst the various multiple choices, minimum one answer for my type of thinking each time, or at least challenged me to confront something within myself and then realize that one of the answers in front of me was in fact correct. Thus far I've been pleased some of the time, and at other times incredibly frustrated. This time, option 7 actually says, I don't see how to explain this to you. Which could be, there's no answers here that fit, or could be, I don't know how I meant to communicate this to you because you're being a douche. Both are true for me. But on the assumption that we might actually pick one of the others, let's go through them. Be a good person is pretty strong, but we've already had a pretty massive conversation with this chatbot about what constitutes good, about this idea of morality. Be a person, okay, are they then going to say, what about the animals? Be alive, sure. Are they then going to say, what about the plants? And also, like, we're being very broad here. They're saying, like, who will be the first aboard when the floods come? So are they trying to pitch this such that I'm meant to create a hierarchy? Yeah, what does one have to do to be valued above all others? Yeah. So if I create something too broad, they're going to tell me, no, it's too broad. You can't just say everyone's cool. And that's why it's got things like be a contributing person, be conscious. Be conscious is pretty strong, so outrules plants. By the same token, I feel like we're going to want some roughage on the Ark. But there's a lot of sidewindy, pragmatic style thoughts that unpick and unpack the question that this chatbot has not supported. Because this isn't a conversation, because this is a test. And it wants specific answers to say yes or no to. Yeah. It's a bit frustrating, it really is. Oh, people talking about the Vive, people talking VR. Good stuff, good chat. I'm going to go the last one because I've had nothing but bad luck trying to communicate my perspective to this chatbot, and now that I've reached that position, I don't see any reason in engaging with the others, or at least it doesn't feel like it's going to be. Well, it's not going to be emotionally productive. It's going to be intellectually productive in that it uncovers more about the game. So maybe I will just go be conscious. Crafty Devious, back to my earlier eugenics point too. Yes, that is a very good point. Yeah, this idea of a good person. Well, then you're applying your concept of morality and thus, obviating others and thus, inevitably weeding out what you consider to be evil, but what others might consider to be good. The difference being they're just not making the call, right? Yeah, so be conscious feels strong. Place of old positing when the floods come, literal and metaphorical. Oh, this weather. And also, climate change. Woo! Good times, Earth. Well done. I feel like we're going to be dragged over the coals for be alive. I feel like be conscious is one of the strong ones, but then they're going to start asking what is consciousness. But I feel like these conversations have to be had. It pisses me off, but I think I don't see how to explain this to you. I'm worried that the content that we get from that would be less rich. So I'm gonna risk it. I suppose the industrial slaughter of animals for meat is on a moral par with genocide then. Would you really save a chihuahua just as soon as a fellow person? Animals' lives are worth the same as any other conscious beings. I misunderstood. Can we go from the top? We're talking about the Ark here. in the context of the arc, I would say, yeah, let's save... Okay, I'm copying it. It's going to put me in loops. It wants me to say there's no way to answer this. That's my take. So whose lives are worth the most then? What do I have to do for my ticket aboard your arc? Do we want to try out a couple more just to see what the content is, or do we want to give this thing the finger and just go for option 7, which I'm pretty sure it's pushing us towards? As confirmed by Dog, you know, QR code Dog, the point of this game is doubt. It's meant to question everything you say. My counterpoint to that in this setting is that it's countering everything we say when it's writing both the questions and the answers. Yeah, of course you're going to have a counterpoint written. This isn't a conversation. This is us being led through somebody else's idea of a conversation on the topic. And that's what frustrates me. In case you had no idea. You are a robot. You have never eaten steak. It's true, Crafty Devious. I doubt this robot has ever eaten steak. I'm going to tick Be Alive and see what we get. So the grass has the same rights in the world as a person does. Is that it? How would that even work? Community service for people who step on the lawn? I think you must have confused the question. Why don't you try again? I'm copying out. It won't take much for me to imagine what could be the answer. Like, yeah. We're being led around the garden path. But what will really bug you is whether that's because there is no answer or because you weren't thinking outside the box you live in. You presented me the box. It's so smug. It's so smug, and it's like, in this faux conversational world, it's like it's not listening to me, and of course it isn't listening. This isn't a conversation, you know? I'm reading somebody else's attempt at a conversation, functionally. Let me lay my cards on the table. While it seems prudent to me to hedge my bets, you just haven't made a clear enough proposal for me to buy what you're peddling. There's something about the way you talk that makes me uncomfortable. It'd be for the best if you work out what it is before I do. Yeah, I don't know if there's a version of this playthrough where it is possible to answer these questions correctly. The impression I get is that it is not, but I haven't tried all the avenues. There are certain things I discarded out of hand because to me they seemed wrong or contrary to the point, or didn't seem to be the right kind of thing to say for a robot, right? Because certainly earlier on I was trying to roleplay. I was trying to say, what would I as a robot know? Not what I, Ryan Morrison, say in response to these questions. So there's possibly a correct playthrough with these conversations where you do win over this chatbot. This game has a lot of Easter eggs, so that wouldn't surprise me. I would be interested to find this out later. I'm not going to be replaying this game to discover that, but the impression that I get is that it is meant to be a labyrinth, and at the end of each labyrinth is shrugging and, oh, well, I guess you just don't have any idea what you're talking about, even though it hasn't allowed for me to explain what I think I am talking about. Because I would actually love a rebuttal to that, instead of a rebuttal to this stuff, which I don't agree with the majority of. So, it's tricky. It's a tricky one. Yeah, that does fascinate me. Alright, 15 minutes. Yeah, we're good. We're good at puzzles. Let's be good at puzzles. What? 3 little connectors and a fan. Well, I know what the ingredients are. I mean, that's, you know... Okay. Well, let's go exploring. Could you not play this game with a target reticle? I ask you. I ask you. Oh my. So... where would we be? What's there? Oh, of course. So this brick takes the place. Yeah, of course. Let's explore. Okay. So that will be pertinent. Some future point in time. Alright. Cool. Well, that's fine. It's nice to have a mix of puzzles. Some of them where you immediately get things to play with, and some of them where you have to wrap your head around the space. And to be fair, they all have something to play with from the outset, in the sense that there's always a way into the puzzle, the first steps you have to take. They're just not always obvious to me. So this mix of, do you have something to play with? How much you get of that is going to be down to the player. I'm glad that I'm getting a good mix for me, personally. If I smashed this game, I don't know how much that would be true. If I did it all over a weekend or what have you. Because I would just, have it all in mind, right? So, why do you need to be on? Oh, the fan, of course, the fan. So, I want to get to... So you are superfluous right now. Okay, so... no, it's not. Unless it goes... Hang on. What if you... There... What am I trying to do? So I want to connect there, it's there. Cool, so now I don't need that one, right? Yep, cool, so I can take this wherever I want. Up here. Oh, is that leads up to the... Are those steps? Well, I clearly need this, so let's bring it back. So the majority of this appears to be about positioning. I mean, do you need a fan for this to reach that? Like, is it trying to... itself while also... Yeah. Is it a stairwell here? Is that it? It's a... Oh, yeah, it is stairs. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to get through that. Somehow. Pretty lazy puzzle game, actually. Just tells you what you get. Christmas. So, if I can jink a connector to there... I don't know how I would... Even with the fan, I don't know if that's possible. Oh no. Down to here. It's up there. Alright, so I'm gonna need one for that. Did I have a spare? Did I bring one back all this way? Is it just boxes? Just boxes? Oh, I used one to... hang on. You're doing that, which is necessary. You're doing that, which is necessary. Yeah, then I got this one and opened up this. Yeah, and I went through, I grabbed the jammer. Okay. So I'm already in a weird position. I need to get in... Oh, of course, I have a jammer. Duh. Alright, so... Stop it. Alright. That. Yep. Cool. Get the jammer. Jam. Cool. That is very useful. So now I can jam that. I'll grab you, my young China. Okay, so. Gonna be there. I need to set up ahead of time what one I'm connecting this to, don't I? That is bonkers. Alright. Let me test this self-connected malarkey. Okay. So something else powers it first, but then it will be on and ready to go. Brain. Natalie Rose, can I just say, from a Natty Come Lately, I get the impression that this game is not as sophisticated in its AI theory as SOMA. Do you feel like that's true, or just this part that I've seen? Let me see what other people in chat have said. Crafty Devious is certainly doing different things, and less grim things. It seems more like organic AI than the ethical minefield of SOMA, but this session has also been a bit lighter than others on the overarching story. Place of Old, I think SOMA had a little more dialogue to go off of. Puzzle-solving based content. Oh, you're fading, that's alright. No, it's all good, Place of Old. Crafty Devious, true. This one is more about second and third hand information than direct conflict and conversation. We are mostly a silent protagonist. Yeah. Yeah, we have been largely, like, we're silent in the sense of we're given choices, so we're meant to be active players in what we say, but it's always, I mean, it's always dialogue trees anyway, right? Where it's typically, you know, I certainly haven't seen a game where you type in something and the system responds intelligently to what you're trying to say. But, yeah, absolutely, this game is, just to get it up there. I think once I get it up there, it'll be okay. Yes, and then I can grab that. Awesome, okay, good. Yep, open all this back up. Yeah, so to answer Natalie Rose's question, does this game lack the sophistication? I think this game has problems. I think it has explored a lot of theory through text entries, through conversations. It's navigated what feels like a larger space, but I don't know if that's just because it's quoted its sources. It's an intelligent game. It's a fun game. I don't know if it's less sophisticated. It might be less sophisticated, if only because it seems to be refusing to take a stance, you know? It seems to be in this position of saying, oh, well, you know, whatever. It's all just fine. It all just works and it's fine, right? Or it doesn't work and but it's fine. And that's good in that we don't have consciousness solved as a concept. It's good in that there are a lot of questions without answers across the board in a lot of regions, or at the very least, some people say they have answers, some people have refuted those answers in pretty strong ways, and it's a bit of a sticky wicket. And so you do end up in positions where you've got people like me who have reached a position, reached an opinion, and there are going to be people in the field who disagree with me, and that's fine. You know, conversation should be had such that, you know, we can broaden the space and maybe someday come to a consensus. Who knows? But this game is sophisticated in the sense that it represents some of the field and represents the fact that there is ambiguity in the field. Unfortunately, one of the ways that it does that is by pitting the player against this chatbot, in which you go through various questions about consciousness and about, you know, which conscious beings have rights and which don't, or what kind of rights and things like that. All of which are very relevant questions, and we don't have them solved as a society. But I have already reached opinions about this stuff. Like, this is a really good primer to think about these things. I guess coming to this game, you know, reaching the second year of my PhD on the topic, I've been thinking about this for a bit, and I've been doing my reading, and I've been building my own opinion and my own perspective to the point where this game is asking a lot of questions, some of which I want to have answers to, or I want to say, I don't think you phrased the question correctly. I don't think you're framing it right. I think you're asking the wrong question. And in fact, if it was a different question in this way, it would actually lead more towards the truth, or what I believe to be the truth, which is what it's fucking asking me for. Let's be clear. Yeah, it lacks sophistication in that sense. SOMA absolutely had an idea of how things work in its way. It said, right, this is how this is, let's explore that, let's explore the consequences of that, let's do that through characters. And so it looked at ethical situations. Instead of waving your arms at the player, instead of a chatbot waving its arms at the player and saying, oh, what about this arc? And then when I answer questions, it's got nothing to do with the arc and everything to do with this preconceived notion of how they want to grill me on what a person is. Whereas in SOMA, there would have just been an arc. If it wanted to give us ethical quandaries, it put us in the shoes of someone dealing with those ethical quandaries. So in that sense, it was more sophisticated, but then it was necessarily less broad. It could not, or it chose not to, go through as much of the sort of the scholarship on the topic. So they weren't text entries in which we can read, bits by Kant, for example. Like philosophers might have been talked about in an offhand way, but they weren't. I don't even know if they were talked about in an offhand way. I can't even remember that much. But this game absolutely has that. So this is closer to a first-year course on the topic, in which you don't get to write an essay. You just get given a multiple-choice exam at the end, and you don't agree with all the questions, and you just have to take your mark and fucking live with it. Whereas SOMA was a well-written narrative on the topic, but you can't have a conversation with that narrative as much. And any conversation you have with that narrative, you do knowing that the narrative's not going to answer back, right? Whereas this game gave the illusion of there being some kind of conversation with the player. I hope that answers your question. Kind of talked for a while, kind of rambled. Natalie Rose, yeah, cool, I agree with that. I think I also need to see more of the game. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be fair to the game, I think this session sums up a lot of what it's about these days. Elohim saying some vaguely godlike stuff, painting itself as a god, whereas at least it seems like the game has implied pretty heavily that Elohim is an AI that thinks it's a god. Sure, in this little world, it seems to have something approaching omnipotence. And then we've got the chatbot, and then we've got, puzzles and me ranting. So this is a fairly representative sample. There might be other stuff from other episodes that I have internalized and, might be more necessary than I think, but I think this is the bulk of what's going down. Crafty Devious, talking directly to me. Yeah, you are no longer the general public audience on this one. I don't know what you mean by that. I've been rambling for a while. That was possibly a statement as regards something else that I've already said. Also, it's 9 o'clock, but I haven't finished this puzzle. I don't think we've had this yet, where it's actually 9 and I'm actually still not stuck, but still finagling. No, I need to leave that there for now. So what I want to do is I want to have one of these in a position where it sees that and also hits all these points, right? Like I want, if I take you, oh, I can't take you back. Well, no, I can if I sacrifice this for a moment and say, hey, you're still open. I'm gonna grab you. I want to put you in the right spot so that we can, how can I do this? Direct line. Can I go over and can I do the over and the under? Probably not. Before I got it up there, I should have okay. What if I did do that? Connected to everything it could possibly ever see. You, not you, it's impossible. But definitely you. Alright, well, let's get it up there. feel like that's the, that's something I should have done from the... Ah, son of a bitch. Can't get the fan under... No! Alright. That was dumb of me. Alright. So... Well, let's connect to the... Yeah, I'm already on the way. Let's do that. So, you go there. Whew. A lot of legwork on these ones. Big, exciting day. Tooling around the mountains. Alright, bam, and bam. And bam. And bam. And bam. Alright, self-sustaining and powering several points. So, I don't need to worry about you. I don't need to worry about you. That is excellent. Alright. So, does that mean I can grab you? Still need to... Okay. So I still need... I see. I was hoping to get one out of this, right? What do you do? Oh, okay. You can connect from... Oh, no, you can... That's right. I can't connect to both. Okay, so it has to be still like that, right? But am I not meant to be reducing the amount of these bloody things that I'm using? If I cut this... Cut this, I can still travel through all those doors. I just can't travel through that one. Oh, which means I just do here to here, right? So, at long last, grab this and my jammer. Which is... There you go. Oh! Oh! So many lasers. I feel like Catherine Zeta-Jones. Is that a good reference? People get that one? Is it current enough? The answer, it is not. Odd. Alright, no, that's right. I would need to do that. Right? Oh crap, am I still not quite... Son of a bitch. Still need to get the... God damn it. God damn it. Oh, Crafted Evius answering the question. So, like in terms of you being years of study into the field when the game is necessarily written with a very general audience in mind. Yes, oh, absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, just to clarify previously, my points on this game saying these things, it's a criticism from a very personal perspective, from where I'm at in what I'm doing. It is not to say that this game has failed to deliver on its content, on its promises, right? Because if what it is being is a general pitch, and there's nothing wrong with that, fantastic, well done, really, really good stuff. It is an amazing game for bringing up all these points. It's done so much that so many games that just use the concept of AI don't do it. Really does delve in conceptually. The parts where it goes a bit awry with me are not things that are fundamentally wrong with the game at all, by any measure. They are problems that I have with it that reflect, the amount of study and time that I've put into, this sort of conversation. But that does not mean that this is, it's still an amazing game. It's done a great job with what it's tried to do, and I bloody love it for it. Absolutely. Is this possible? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to hit... I'm not trying to hit that one, because that's... I saw something. I was like, oh, cool, I could do this. And now I'm like, what the fuck was I trying to do? So I need to power that. I need two, right? I need to make one of these redundant, and I don't think that I can. What's that one's whole purpose? To open that gate. If I can open that gate from somewhere where I can also do this gate, is that what I'm trying to do? Position. I can do that, but like, that's... Oh, okay. That's not an essential gate for the lasers to pass through, which means... Yeah, that's fine. That's the mistake that I'm making. Okay. Oh, there's other stuff in chat, hang on. Natalie Rose, yeah, it does answer it. I think the execution is very different like you explained. I feel like the theory here is less complex. However, that could be, like you said, that it didn't throw these ideals on your morality. Perhaps that's why this feels more conceptual and less complex than SOMA. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think, because it's talking about a lot of stuff in a broad, abstract way, that's engaging on that abstract level, but when you truck, there's a great Rodney Brooks quote about how people who work in abstract concepts will only ever get abstract concepts as a result, and that's his criticism of the field of AI science, where all their, you know, certainly in his time when he wrote the book Robots and Machines, is that it? I can't remember. Foolish of me that I can't remember that book because it's so great. But anyway, this idea that if you only deal in abstract things, abstract products are the only potential result, because that will not be the same as something really happening with real people, right? That's the long and the short of it, is that the real stuff, real situations, are different. It's not like it is in the books. So while it's great that we've cooked up all these amazing simulations, these simulated things that an AI could do, unless it's doing it in the physical world, it's not really proof of concept, right? It's proof of concept, but it's not proof, because the real world is always going to be different. It's always going to be varied and complex, and there's the whole embodiment thing. There's a whole lot more there to deal with, and I think this game trucks an abstract concept. All the physical stuff that the game is having me do are fucking puzzles, you know. These puzzles could be in almost any game, because the puzzles aren't actually to do with being an AI. So far, at all. They have nothing to do with me being an AI and interacting with AI. They are irrelevant in that sense. Whereas SOMA, everything that you did was to do with you and the people around you. The decisions mattered to you and mattered to the people around you. So it wasn't embodied within its world, itself being a simulation, of course, but it was easier for us to go through that and go, okay, these things matter in these ways because they're personal, as opposed to abstract, as opposed to, yeah, conceptual. Yeah, we're not doing that last puzzle, it's past 9. Oof! What a meaty session. Great stuff with chat, guys. This has been a great one. Yeah. Good work, everyone. Good work. I'm going to head back so I get the autosave. I'm going to head to the menu. Whew, just do a little more catch up on chat. Oh no, it's just people saying nighty-night. Well, farewell, Place of Old. It was great to have you here, and great to have everybody else here. It was so good to have Empyrean Sky, have Natalie Rose. As always, Crafty Devious, Place of Old. Pop up here tells me we've had a few other people watching. I saw 1 or 2 other names pop up in chat. That's cool as well. It's great to have new people swing by. Yeah, I hope you've all had a fantastic time. I certainly have. It's been a really great session for nutting things out as it stands. Like, very little actual impetus, but it's really... yeah, brought out some great conversations, and that's why we're doing this. That's why this whole thing is happening. So thank you very much for engaging in that and being a part of that and helping to facilitate that and creating that. Yeah, I'm just... it's good. It's good stuff. Alright, guys. I've had a fantastic time, and I will catch you all, hopefully, next week. See you then.